Rixys. It's nice to see you today. We're happy to have you in Biz today.
Yeah. It's great to see you again. Yeah, I mean, these virtual meetings that we've been having have been great. Like, great for networking.
I know, right? And it's funny. So I first saw you this last week when we had our first virtual lounge session with Michelle. And it was nice just to get your face on the screen so I could see who you are before we did our little interview today. So
yeah, same here. It was really nice. I got to meet, some of the ladies that joined us. And we've actually connected, on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn.
That's awesome.
I worked in nonprofit for about 13 years before launching my business. I launched my business in 2013. I also worked in radio, and I've been an advocate for people with disabilities for the last 20 years. I have a son who's disabled and he's autistic, and I've learned a lot through my son and his journey. And so I launched my business because I wanted to really help causes, and I felt like a lot of companies do donate and support community and hometown charities, but others don't, and they have the opportunity to do it with their marketing budgets, And so I started something, what I call it Cause Movers. My business name is Cosmo Marketing, and the people who join me are Cause Movers, and we move, causes in different markets and across the country.
That's awesome. I love it. I love the name of your company. It says exactly what you're trying to do. So very clear. So I thought it was interesting because Michelle said, we would be speaking to you a little bit more about this whole virtual networking thing, which we've seen has become such a big thing in how we're communicating with each other personally, business-wise. And I wanted to just ask you how you're utilizing virtual marketing these days for your Cosmo business and for anything else, and how you've seen it be effective for you.
So absolutely. So let me preface by saying that I don't think people just buy products or services. I think people buy stories and authenticity. Okay. And I'm very lucky. I always say I'm a very lucky girl because the clients that I have that I've worked with for many years are very authentic, and they're all about telling their story, and they're not afraid, even though they're, their businesses are booming and they've been in business for over 20, 30, 40 years. They're not afraid of telling that story and telling how they got there, and we all have a story, and we all have gone through challenges, and life is not always, the best for all of us. But we learn through that. And I feel that when brands express their authenticity, and brands express their story and tell their story, they get so much more, because people actually want to hear that story, and they can connect with it.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of product out in the market. So it's the thing that sets you apart, right? And everybody's story is a little different. So different people respond to different stories. So I think that's a great way in how you can make your virtual marketing and your story be even that much better. So,
and on social media, I mean, Tina, honestly, I started Facebook, I want to say in 2007. Okay. And right now, I just actually cleaned up a ton of accounts that had gone, people, they stopped using their account, because I was at 5,000 friends on Facebook, on my personal, and I couldn't add anyone else. And so I deleted like over 300 accounts. And now every day I get 20, 30 requests, and there are people that I've met in the community, and I wouldn't have, if I had not cleaned out my account and that's another thing. You have to stay on top of your accounts and clean them out. But I connect a lot, with people through Facebook is one of my favorite platforms, and LinkedIn is probably my second favorite. Even if you're just someone I did business with, once I connect with you on Facebook, I get to see your children and your parents and your families, and I enjoy that. I'm a person who needs connectivity. My husband was telling me the other day, these times must be so hard for you being quarantined, because I talk to everybody. I feel that everybody has a story. Even if it's somebody who's homeless, I want to sit there with them and share, I want to hear their story, because we all have a story. And I think that Facebook is a very good medium for connecting with people on both a business level and a personal level. I mean, I share everything, my cooking, my kids, the good times, the bad times, but a lot of people just want to show the real. I call it the real, whatever's happening that's good. But I think if you are authentic and you share the good, the bad, and the ugly, you're going to get more out of it.
It's funny that you speak about Facebook being one of your favorites, because you're right. It is one of the platforms where people do business and their own personal. And I think as time goes by, those lines start to blur a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. And so I think that, you have to be guarded when you're on social media, because you can't just, I don't just friend anyone. I make sure and vet everyone, make sure that they have friends in common with me, that they have things in common with me, because a lot of times people send you all kinds of requests, and if I don't know the person or understand that they're in my community too, I try to be guarded, because again, we're sharing our children's pictures, our homes, or things like that. But you can definitely use social media to help your business, your family, your community, and to help spread the message of all kinds of different things that are happening.